Hi everyone, Maki79 here and welcome to this new deck tech video of Magic Duels. And as you guys can see, we're playing an Uber Control deck, and that is a Grixis deck that I got built for you guys today. It's the same deck that you saw in the last Magic Duels video that I've made, the mixing it up video. And it was the last game that I played this Grixis deck, the early build of that deck. And this is it. So let's start by explaining it. So I'm going to play a lot of sorceries and instants, and I basically built the deck around the Dynavolt Tower here. So yeah, so let's see what I've brewed up. So first of all, I play a Jace, Vryn's Prodigy. You guys all know this one. It's of course for the Planeswalker side that I play him. But in the beginning of the game, if he stays on the board, if he doesn't get killed, then he's a good filter card. He draws a card, discards a card, and if you got 5 or more cards in your graveyard, you can transform him. And then he becomes Jace Telepath Unbound. And then the +1 controls the board a little bit, and it's the -3 that we want to play this guy in this deck for, and that's because we can cast an instant or sorcery from our graveyard this turn. Then the card would be exalting instead of going to the graveyard. The emblem, yeah, it's nice, but it isn't what I'm going for. It's for the +1 and the -3 ability. Still a nice card, a card of Origins, pretty strong still. Another card that's still from Origins is Telling Time. For 2 mana, 1 generic and 1 blue, we get an instant speed spell. And we get to look at the top 3 cards of our library, put 1 of those cards into our hand, and 1 on top of our library, and 1 on the bottom. So still, yeah, you're a fan of this card or you're not. I know plenty people that aren't fan of it, but I think it's a great card. You go 3 deep and you get to choose whatever you want. Awesome card. Then Harnessed Lightning. You will see that almost all spot removal that I use in this deck is instant speed, and that's because of the vehicles, of course. Now I haven't been playing the game that much lately because I've been busy with Gwent, as you could see on the channel. I hope you guys don't mind. If you do, tell me. But I hope you guys like Gwent as well as I do. But I still like Magic Duels as well, of course, so I will keep making videos of it, and I will make a video of Gwent, one of Magic Duels, Gwent, Magic Duels, etc. So anyway, Harnessed Lightning, awesome card, instant speed removal. We choose a target creature and we get 3 energy counters, and then we can pay any amount of those counters, and Harnessed Lightning deals that much damage to that creature. So if we already have more energy counters than just 3, we can use those as well. So yeah, this guy could burn away a 5/5 for 2 mana easily, so awesome card. I play all 3 copies for it. Like I said, it's especially a good card against aggro decks and those vehicle decks, pretty nice. Then Whispers of Emrakul. I only play 1 copy of it because, yeah, first I'll tell you what it does. For 2 mana, 1 black, you get to target opponent discards a card at random, and if you get Delirium going on, he has to discard 2 cards. The reason why I only play 1 copy of it is I like this card a lot. I would like to play more copies of it, but I only play 1 copy of it because when you're playing against aggro and you play this, it doesn't do anything to the board state. You don't have any board interaction, you have player interaction. So yeah, okay, if you're playing against a mono red or against Boros, okay, he has to discard a card, big deal, he's gonna beat you to death anyway, so you're not gonna do much board interaction. And that's why I only play 1 copy of it. I play it when I have the time to play it, when there's not too much pressure on me, then I can play this at ease. And yeah, when you play 1 copy of it, then your opponent is gonna be a little bit, ooh, is he playing a discard deck or something? Not that it's a thing in Magic Duels, but it can be annoying, so yeah, you put him a bit off his feet. Then of course the Dynavolt Tower, a key card. For 3 generic mana you get an artifact that says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you get 2 energy counters, and we play a lot of those, so this guy should go up really fast. And when we pay 5 counters and tap the tower, then we deal 3 damage to a creature or a player, so also could be pretty nice. But of course you wanna boost your Harnessed Lightning and keep this up if necessary. But yeah, we can burn it's of course the point is to burn our opponent to death, or beat them to death with our bigger creatures. Then Oath of Liliana might seem a bit of a weird card in this setup, and yeah, it is actually. But I would like to have answers to a bit of everything, and this one still deals with Ulamog that I don't know about you guys, but I still see him from time to time. And Oath of Liliana deals with him, so for 3 mana our opponent has to sacrifice a creature, and when we play a Planeswalker we get a 2/2 black zombie creature. Then something that will be amazing for all you guys that I play this, Scatter to the Winds. For 3 mana 2 blue we get an instant counter target spell that we can awaken. Now you think, Mackie, why the hell are you playing counters? You hate that crap. I still do, I still hate counters, but sometimes there are cards that you have to counter, and Grixis in its colors, it doesn't have solutions for everything, so you can blow up enchantments, for example. It's more difficult to interact with those. Or Planeswalkers are kind of a big deal as well, so you have to have a solution somehow. So a counter is the most efficient solution to those cards, and that's why I play it. Not because I like it, but because I have to. Unlicensed Disintegration. For 3 mana, a generic, a black and a red, we get an instant speed removal card. Destroy target creature, no bullshit, just destroy it. If you control an artifact, which we probably will because we want to have the Dynavolt Tower, this card deals 3 damage to that creature's controller. So in the perfect conditions, this isn't only a removal card, but also a burn card, and at the cost of a murder card. So I play this over murder, of course. Then Radiant Flames. I only play this one as a board wipe, a mini board wipe actually. For 3 mana, sorcery speed, Converge Radiant Flames, deals X damage to each creature, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast this card. And yeah, the reason why I play this one and not a Languish is because Languish is a double color, double black needed. That's the first point. And the second one, this is a turn earlier online. So once again, against aggro, this is more interesting than Languish. And yeah, if you got bigger threats, I got solutions enough for that. So it's for the aggro weenie decks out there. Then I play Liliana, the Last Hope. 3 mana, double black. Still a great Planeswalker. The +1 controls also aggro, and that's the reason why I play her once more. That's the reason. The -2 is something that I won't be using a lot in this deck, unless I have already one of my big threats in the graveyard. And the -7 is just a game-winning emblem, so that could be nice. Then Saheeli Rai, for 3 mana also, we get a 3 counter Planeswalker, which is pretty nice. So the +1, scry 1 and deal damage. Okay, cool. The -2, create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature you control. I don't play many creatures, but I do play the tower, but that's not something that you want to make a copy of. It's not that interesting. But there are other options to copy something, as you will see later on in this video. And the -7, yeah, I do play Gearhulks, so I could go fetch those or the tower. Pretty nice. Then another counter card, actually, the Insidious Will. For 4 mana 2 blue, we get a multiple choice card here. We get to counter a target spell, we get to choose new targets for target spell, or we get to copy a target instant or sorcery spell. So pretty nice. I'm not necessarily gonna play this for the counter, but it could be. Uh, it is in the counter deck. I only play 4 counter cards, and that's this one and the Scatter to the Winds, and that's it. And yeah, this is a nice card because it gives you options, pretty good. Then Glimmer of Genius for 4 mana. We get an instant speed card, scry 2, then throw out 2 cards, and you get those energy counters that we're going for, so pretty good. Then 1 copy of the Diabolic Tutor. I really like this card because you can go fetch anything that you want, but it comes at a steep cost. It is 4 mana, so yeah, that's a little bit expensive. So that's why I only play 1 copy of it. Also, when you play it at your 4th turn, yeah, you can go search for something, but you're not gonna do anything else. You're not having any interaction whatsoever with your opponent or with the board, so it's actually a turn that you skip, basically. You're not doing anything. So also a card that you only going to play when there's not too much pressure on you, or if you really need a solution, and then hopefully it's not too late. So yeah, it is good that we finally have a tutor, but it is an expensive one. Then Chandra, Torch of Defiance. For 4 mana we get an awesome Planeswalker with 4 abilities. The first one, exile the top card of our library. We get to cast that card, and if we don't, we deal 2 damage to our opponent. The second ability, we basically get some mana, so we can ramp the turn after. The -3, we get some board control, we deal 4 damage to a creature. And the -7, yeah, that's usually also a game-winning emblem that you get. And then also a pretty weird card in this deck is the Skysovereign, the Consul Flagship. You must be thinking, Mackie, you don't have any creatures to crew him, and that's actually a bit true. But I play this I don't have much interaction with Planeswalkers, so this one keeps them in check a little bit. And yeah, if I play one of my fat creatures, my win conditions, then I can crew them in the same turn, and at least I can swing. So it is still a nice card to have, despite of lack of creatures. It's still a good card. Now another way to get some creatures are these cards, the Confiscation Coup, for example. For 5 mana we get to choose a target artifact or creature. We get to pay, we get 4 energy counters, and then we may pay any amount of those counters to that permanent's converted mana cost, and if we do, we gain control of it. So basically we steal a creature or another permanent, whatever, an artifact or a creature. So yeah, this is a game mechanic that I really like and that we finally get with this expansion. It took us a while to get there, but I really like that game mechanic. Taking someone else's stuff is always fun. And let's say I take a big fat creature of him and he plays a removal card on it, then it's basically 2 cards for 1, and that's always a good thing. Really like this card, strong addition, but it is 5 mana. Another 5 mana cost card is the Necromantic Summons, and it's basically a bit of the same as this, only I go into the graveyard to get it instead of on the battlefield. So I burn away a lot, or I kill a lot, or whatever. His graveyard should have something, so I can go into the graveyard of my opponent and go get a creature that I like, and hopefully put two counters on it as well, which shouldn't be a problem either. And if he doesn't have anything, yeah, okay, then I hope I can get a creature of my own back. In the form of these Gearhulks, for example. The Torrential Gearhulk, the blue one, 6 mana, 5/6, he comes in at flash speed, so we can cast him whenever we want, and we can get a counter back, or a removal card back, or whatever. Even the card to draw some cards is an instant speed card also, so pretty nice card in this deck. Then the Noxious Gearhulk, yeah, shooting away a creature is always a good thing, and gaining life is even better. Especially with a control deck, it could be useful. 6 mana, he doesn't come cheap, but he is a 5/4 menace and he's a big threat, so yeah, pretty nice. And then the Combustible Gearhulk, of course, also 6 mana, a 6/6 first strike. And when he comes into play, we get to draw 3 cards. Yeah, we get to 3 cards if our opponent lets us draw 3 cards. And if he doesn't, we put those 3 cards of our library into our graveyard, and then those cards deal damage equal to the total converted mana cost to that player. So either way, you're getting card advantage, or you gotta be in really bad luck to not deal a bunch of damage to him. Of course, these cards are something that you wanna fetch with these Planeswalkers' ultimate ability, for example. Yeah, and that's kinda the deck. So let's go to the land here. I play 3 islands, 2 swamps, 3 mountains, the marshes 2 copies, the hollows 2 copies, the catacombs 2 copies, the Sulfur Falls 2 copies, the Dragonskull Summit 2 copies, then this guy because it gives an energy counter, the Aether Hub, and it fixes our mana at least for 1 turn if we want to pay an energy counter for it. And the Evolving Wilds to thin the deck out, to get better draws, and also yeah, to get maybe we get some stuff online in this with this guy, but that's not the reason why you want to play it, of course, because it's only 1 card. For the rest, I don't see anything right away that has benefit of it. But anyway, the Evolving Wilds is to thin the deck out, so we get a better draws here. A bit of a risky strategy, but I do play 25 lands, so that should be enough. And that's the deck for you guys. So yeah, I've been testing it a while. I've been busy with Gwent a lot, so I haven't been playing Magic Duels that much lately. But I've tested this before I've started playing Gwent actually, and it is a fine deck. It's pretty nice, and I have a lot of fun with it. It's uber controlling, you guys know that I like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you guys at the gameplay video, of course. See you guys there. Bye bye guys, have a nice day.